Oh dear. Okay. Alright. So just out of curiosity, let's show off the Tower of Valmy first. This is a place you can go to grind for levels. There, let me get rid of that echo for you. There we go. See here, there are no chests, just monsters to kill. They're not even particularly high level, so we should be okay. Good damage on Ford there. Alright. So they're doing good damage, but they're not killing everything, which would be good, because that way we can spread our XP out. Oh damn, Gilliam's faster than these things. That makes things much better, actually. What do you use? Use the lance, okay. So we can have Ross or Garcia kill you. You can see their levels are a little bit low, so if you choose to grind here, at least at this point in the story, you're going to be doing it a while. Arenas are much more consistent, but also a much bigger risk, so if you're going to use arenas, I would recommend you save state. finish that. Oh, and there we go. That's what I wanted. And make sure Ephraim gets good XP here. And we got some money. Damn, even the fighters are dodging. Starting off with some good, strong levels there. Ah. Apparently the other Joy-Con decided to die, so I have to use the one side with the stick. Apparently my left one still had battery, but the right one just disconnected for some reason. Yeah, it should be fine. Interesting. I'm surprised that one elected to stop instead of attack. Oof. And Garcia broke the chain at good levels. Gilliam. Not too bad on his either. Jesus, Ephraim. Raise the volume on the game a bit. Now we have our final kill. Damn. Well, we got one hit off. There we go. Skill. That's the first floor of the tower cleared. And then we get kicked back out. Yeah, we are now far enough from the story to go any higher. Over on the map here, we have a... I don't remember what they officially call these things. I think they're skirmishes. Basically, in between... I think every chapter, the game randomly rolls whether or not a new skirmish appears on the map. It'll be anywhere, the location you've already cleared, obviously. And you can go there, see what's there. There is no guarantee that the creatures there are going to be the equivalent level to you. think it depends on where they spawn. It determines what difficulty of creatures you can find. Yeah, they should all still be okay. Interesting. I know you can do it, Ross. There we go. There we go. That should feed Garcia nicely. Yes, these are your two main forms of grinding in Sacred Stones. Either the Tower of Volney or Skirmishes. If I remember correctly, I don't think you can even get to the end of the tower until you're near the end of the game. Uh-oh. Oh, thank God. Ugh, I didn't expect one of them to have a killing edge. Skill speed. Heavy spear, steel sword, lance sword, bow, and bow. Okay, so the only one that's got anything special is this one, it looks like. that one. Hey Al, I'm doing alright. Clearing this out. Just showing off the only ways to grind in this game. They're actually doing pretty alright for themselves. Ow. Garcia, I'm disappointed in you. I can't believe you let them hit you. Oh, fuck me, hang on. Well, luckily it saves after you clear the tower bombing, so I don't really lose anything. The skirmish I'm not gonna deal with. But that's where I thought I went through. I must have missed that one. I thought I went through the other ones, and they didn't have any other special weapons. Apparently I missed the rune sword on that guy. Which a rune sword is basically just a sword that has the Nosferatu spell. So it's lifesteal and uses magic instead of physical strength. So moving on, Ephraim begins his march south toward Grotto from Castelfelia. Upon conquering Rene, the Grotto Empire set its sights on Frelia. However, Innes and his troop meet the invaders at the water's edge. Against all odds, Innes halts the invasion, keeping Frelia's border intact. Ephraim coordinates Frelia's troops in an effort to advance the front lines. Unbeknownst to Ephraim, Grotto forces are waiting for them at Fort Rigwald. They fortified their positions and plan to wait out Frelia's siege. Undaunted, Ephraim remains determined to root out Grotto. Now, Chapter 9 is different if you were to go to Erica's story. If you take Erica's line, it is different. The two of them go on very different journeys. And Ephraim's is considered the harder of the two. So playing Ephraim on hard mode is like the hardest hard mode. I don't remember if there's an extra difficulty in this one above hard. Some games there is, some games there isn't. Stone of Frelia has already been taken care of. How is the Stone of Rene continues to elude us? Glenn, Walter, find the children of Rene. Find them and take from them the bracelets that they wear. Glenn, take Erica. Walter, take Ephraim. Find them. Conquer them. Yes, Your Majesty. Erica, eh? She's a right little peach. And her brother Ephraim, he's better prey than I'd imagined. I can feel my blood rushing at the thought. This might be fun after all. Kalik, Reeve, shatter the remaining sacred stones. Kalik, take Johanna. Reeve, take Ralston. Go, crush the sacred stones they house. As you will. I'll begin making arrangements for Ralston's downfall immediately. Bah, why am I stuck with Johanna? Cursed ill luck. I'm here mercenary to escape that wretched place, and now I must go back. Druzel, go to Frelia. Punish the Frillian army and their commander Ephraim. Begging your pardon, your majesty. Now that you've conquered Renee, what are your plans for her citizens? The country's in ruins, thieves and bandits swagger about us. Leave them. But sire, Sir Dussel, the Emperor has spoken. Please. Selena, remain here in the capital. We shall have new orders for you shortly. Understood. Please, your majesty, grant me the privilege of a single question. You vex us. Your majesty, you know that I will gladly lay down my life for an honorable cause. But these orders and all of our recent actions, they are not just. If I saw any way in which this invasion protected Grotto, I would hold my tongue. But now Renee is left ungoverned to drown in chaos and we gain nothing. Why do you wage this war? What is it you hope to achieve? Such are men to fight and die for nothing. This isn't war, it's murder. Dussel, this decision is ours to make. You have no voice in these matters. Punish me if you must, your majesty, but I implore you. Please rethink this. If this continues, Grotto will do so. Go to Frelia. Crush the Frelian army, and he who leads them, Prince Ephraim. Your majesty, have you gone deaf? Dussel, go to Frelia. Crush the Frelian army, and he who leads them, Prince Ephraim. Yes, your majesty. That's some animation. Commander Gap! We captured a Pegasus Knight snooping about outside. Let me go. Stop it. That hurts. Ooh, you didn't tell me she was such a treat for the eyes. This is a prize worth catching. I came for Ephraim. If you do anything to me, he will not be merciful. I like her. Throw her in a cell. Spend the evening giving her a thorough interrogation. You beast! This is Fort Rigwald. It has stood unconquered for generations. Its defenses are legendary. It is the jewel of Grotto's fortifications, and its walls have never been breached. And if we don't capture it, any attack on the capital will be pointless. Tell me what you see, Stat. Do we have the power to take it? It's a daunting task. The enemy has the advantage of both terrain and numbers. What about morale? You suspect the soldiers may be unwilling to fight. Anything's possible. This war is a sudden thing, but Grotto and Renee had long been friendly. For these hostilities, our nations were allies. Closer even than that. This is the Emperor's war, but the hearts of the people are not so swift to change. For example, General Dussel, one of the Imperial Three they call Obsidian. He was the one who taught me what I know about fighting with the lance. Dussel's sympathies are sure to remain with Renee and with our cause. He's loyal to Grotto, but he has no love of war. I'm sure he will speak with me. And more than that, Prince Leon has been my friend for years. He can be timid at times, and perhaps was unable to oppose his father in this. I'm sure he detests this fighting and shares my opinions. And Ephraim, there must be some Grotto soldiers within the castle who do not want to fight. We can rush the fort and seize the throne room. I believe they will surrender. Optimism here may be deadly. Still, it's a far better plan than challenging the main army face to face. Erica is on her way to Ralston to help end this conflict. We cannot afford to wait here much longer. We must take this fort and then press on to the capital itself. Let's go. Attack! We're under attack! Looks to be Frelian troops. Their commander is Prince Ephraim of Renee! Renee, this whole thing stinks. My younger sister and her husband were living in Renee. So we're thinking starting this war. I think, hey. Yeah, I heard you talking about not fighting, are you? Losing your nerve? Punishment for treason is harsh. You'll burn at the stake. But it's not just me. Even General Dussel is opposed to this war. Dussel? You'd side with that washed-up coward? Who is your commanding officer? Is it Dussel? Come on out with it. You are, Sir Geb. That's right, so that should make it clear whose orders you follow. You got that, Dolts? If you do, then shut up and get in formation. No one cares whether you minnows live or die anyway. Got it? Wait a moment. That's a horrible thing to say. Who are you supposed to be? Your name, out with it. I'm Amelia. I was assigned to this fort today. I'm a soldier of Grotto. I am not a slave. What's this now? You're a girl? A lot of nerve talking like that to your commander, recruit. Looks like I'm going to teach you about the chain of command. Commander Gab, enemy troops approaching. Stinking interruptions. Form up, you useless worms. Don't let those dogs near the throne. Grotto cannot afford to lose a brilliant tactician of my stature. No one will blink if any of you worthless toads die, but if I die, you should be happy to fight, kill, and die in my service. I became a soldier to honor the Emperor, General Dussel, and the people of Grotto. This is wrong. That's the lot of a soldier. We're pawns in the games of kings and emperors. We fight as ordered, and we die as ordered. That's it. Come on, time to go. So checking our map here, you can see we have a chest. We have 3 chests actually, so bringing calm is a good idea. We also have a door. Now, you are not required to bring home for the door. Let's see, going through here, I know at least one of these enemies has a door key. Yeah, so we got... Our door key is here. Typical doorman guarding the door. And I think, so there's a heavy spear we can take. I think one of these guys has a chest key? Oh, yeah, you want to kill this thing. Kill this motherfucker. Sleep staff. Put your units to sleep for several turns, and they don't wake up if they're attacked, by the way. They will just sit there and take it as if they're unarmed. Physics staff lets them heal at long distances. Then the regular heal staff if all else fails. So, now the good thing is that their magic stat is ass. So the range on sleep and physic is both 3 spaces. So, while the range is handy, it is unfortunately not particularly great on this unit. But don't let that make you too comfortable. It also means they can still guard the throne room well enough. But yeah, otherwise though, I don't think we're getting... Yeah, I don't think... Oh, there's an axe reaper here. Well, that's neat. Get that. Amelia is recruitable. I think she has to talk to Ephraim. We'll even get a killer axe off the boss. That's... And there is a mage here with a chest key. It's a red gem if you have a thief that's... If Colm is able to steal it. That's an easy way to get some money. Though, of course, I think I have more money than humanly necessary in this game. So looking back here, we definitely want to take Colm for him to steal the stuff that's there. And his lockpick's running out of uses too, so that's gonna be unfortunate. If I can find the thing that promotes him so many mobs, oh, actually, that's... Well, remember, we're playing... So, the number of enemies, I think, is the same across difficulties, but it's their stats and the class types they are that change as you go up in them. And Ephraim's route already gives you harder maps than Erica's route, so this is kind of appropriate, considering. Vanessa's max level, Naomi's max level. So we'll want to take... Oh. Well, I guess I can't take anybody who's not max level at this point. So, let's see. I think... We can definitely take Naomi. She'll be able to provide some range support as well as... Team is quite strong. Yeah, they are. Let's see. Do I want... Magic 11, Magic 19? Buddy. That's a lot. Ah, but the speed difference is quite large, though. I guess I'll take loot then. So we'll have 2 range supports, and otherwise, though, we have a main force that's here to get XP and, like, nothing else. If you have any units that are low on weapons, or you think their durability is... they've only got high value weapons, by all means, grab refreshes, either straight from the armory or from the convoy if you have any. They all have their next class? No. They're all... Well, most of these people are level 20. But I haven't promoted them yet. You forgot the weapons are limited in use? Yeah, they are. It's only a very, very specific few where that's not the case. Yeah, so they're not promoted. They're just level 20. I'm holding off on promoting them until I get either duplicates of their promotion items, or I've got, or I'm far enough in that I think there's a better choice for promotion, basically. So, like, we have 3 Cavaliers. We have Ford, Kyle, and Franz. So I want to see what Ford and Kyle look like at 20. So that way, when it's time for me to do my promotions with my Night Crest, I can look between the 3 of them and see who's got the best stat loadout that I want, and then promote that one. So that he can get more experience instead of me feeding the other 2 when I'm not going to use them anyway. And if I throw them in battle now and they're at 20, that's literally experience I'm just wasting. Because level 20 units can't get any more XP in this game. There's exactly 2 games. Well, I guess there's 3? Yeah, there's 3 games where units can... there's 3 games where units can gain experience past level 20. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, where doing that actually lets you promote them without the use of an item, which is a very core mechanic in those games. And then there is 3 Houses and Fire Emblem Engage, where your level is not tied to your class promotions. It's a much different mechanic. Or at least your level is not capped at 20. They can go past 20 and promote later. It's a different kind of system. I don't particularly like how... I really don't like how Engage did levels. But 3 Houses, I think it ended up being kind of okay, given how classes functioned in that game. So, but moving forward, so our strategy is simple. We need Colm to get to each of these chests. We're gonna raid that shit blind. We don't particularly need the red gem. Which one of you motherfuckers have the red gem? We don't need the red gem because we've already got so much goddamn money. And we will find more maps with arenas. Which means not only more levels, but also a lot more money. So we'll just have Colm focused on taking these chests and keeping him out of battle as much as possible. And we need, like I said, I think it's Ephraim. But we need Ephraim to talk to Amelia. Amelia is our 2nd trainee unit. Our first one was Ross. Amelia is our 2nd trainee. And our 3rd one we haven't met yet, but we will meet him at some point. Amelia is a recruit. Now, being a recruit, when she reaches level 10, you can choose to promote her into one of 2 classes. Either a Cavalier or an Armor Knight. So you can make her either a Knight like Gilliam, which is slow but high defense and high strength, or a Cavalier like Franz, Ford, Kyle, which is, of course, mounted, horses, swords, lances. That whole 9 yards. We did not have a playable soldier in this game, unfortunately. You might think she would promote into a soldier, she does not. At least from what I remember, that is not the case. And if I remember correctly, we do not have playable soldiers until Path of Radiance? Yeah, I think Path of Radiance was the first game where we had playable soldiers in the conventional soldier class. I think, if you want to be technical about it, I think Gaiden had playable soldiers, but they were a little different than how they function now. Also, Tannis is here. Princess Tannis of Frelia. So she is technically already on our side. We can already control her, but she is locked up and unarmed. Now you have 2 ways to technically rescue her, even though you'll get her no matter what. Either you can open the door to her cell using a door key or Colm, or there's a crack wall over in her cell, just bust that down. So if you really, really need a Pegasus knife for this chapter, you can have one, but you're gonna need to work to get it. And even if you don't, well, you're gonna get it when the chapter's over anyway. And as far as Armor Knights being more interesting, they sound more interesting until you realize how useless they are. So here's the thing. Armor Knights are bulky and strong. That much is true. Where they fail is their movement range. So Gilliam here has a movement range of 4. That will not change without the assistance of an item. Ford has a movement of 7. And while Cavaliers do not typically have as high of a defense roll as Armor Knights do, it's not unusual for them to get very comparable defenses. And even if they don't roll as high, they can move farther, so they are much more likely to run away from an enemy's attack range than an Armor Knight does. So basically if an Armor Knight can't stand by themselves in whatever fray you throw them in, they have to be babysat. And that's generally the thing that makes Armor Knights very unpopular in most Fire Emblem games. Just that sheer fact alone. Hello, Ford. Okay, how have you been? What are you doing out here? Are you painting? No, well, yes, actually, I'm not so much as painting as sketching. I use this piece of charcoal to draw on shade like this. You know we're in the middle of a battle, don't you? What if someone attacks while you're distracted? Calm down, calm down. I'd just like to keep a record of our battles with these pictures. You're just rationalizing. You're a cavalier. It's time to start acting like one. Fine, fine, I'll stop. As you command, Sir Kyle, commander of the Knights of Renee. Brother, do you have to make everything so difficult? If you don't want the hassle, stop telling me what to do. And stop fooling around in the battlefield. Seriously, wasting my time on an idiot like you is just stupid. Huh? Did you say something? Nothing. You have so much time to waste drawing, let's have a quick spar. You want to spar? Now? Yeah, that's right, I don't waste time. I take care of my weapons, my horse, and myself. And not just that, I also make sure our morale is good and our men are safe. You're thorough, aren't you? I'm a knight, it's my duty. You're willing to take yourself less seriously. And you need to take your duty more seriously. Now, promotions can assist. So with this being the first game with branching promotions, Armor Knights, like Gilliam, do have one saving grace in that I think they can promote into a mounted unit. I believe they have the option to promote into either a general, which is basically just Armor Knights, but more. Even higher defenses, even higher strength. And they only get like one more space of movement, one, maybe two. So they go a little bit further, and they're a much harder wall to break through. But that's kind of it. They still don't breach past basic Cavalier speed. But I think alternatively, they have the ability to promote into what's called the Great Knight. So Great Knights, I don't know if they're necessarily invented in this game, but you can promote into them here. And they are essentially the Armor Knight version. They are mounted versions of Armor Knights. They have more defenses than a Paladin. Higher strength than a Paladin, I think. No, they have more defenses, I think equivalent strength, but lower speed stats than Paladins usually. So if you need a mounted unit that is bulky and not necessarily fast, that is going to be your unit of choice. And if you want to make an Armor Knight even slightly useful, you gotta go with that one. Also, damn, that guy has a lot of defense. I didn't expect that. Do this. So this is also another running trend of hard mode maps and Fire Emblems, is that enemies are way stronger than they would normally be. A Chapter 9 enemy has no right to be this strong, but here it is. Because it's hard mode. And bear in mind, by most Fire Emblem standards, my units are over-leveled. At least they're bordering on over-leveled. With an archer being right around the corner, we're going to need to prep things at a little bit of a range. We can plant Kyle here, so that way he and Franz will be able to support each other. Yes, Tannis here is level 4. Decent starting stats, I suppose. We'll have to grind her up and see where she ends up. Damn! I thought the archer would go first. Fuck! Hang on. Yeah, I forgot to... Yep, yeah, I forgot to make a save state. Oh well. Go. Yeah, this is hard mode Fire Emblem where everything wants to kill you, even in stages where it has no business. Buy a bunch of iron stuff for these guys. Okay, he's got stuff. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's try this again. Bring Ross in the fray, actually. Yeah, I actually do like that conversation between Kyle and Ford. I didn't know Ford did charcoal drawings. Also, yeah, I forgot to change out the units I brought with me. Either way, it's fine. I don't think we've really done anything that messes with the plan at all. There we go, much better. Yeah, you accidentally made it a little easier, actually. AI is not feeling aggressive today. Skilling gets his XP. Garcia and Ross take out this archer. While lacking in skill, seems to at least be doing decent enough. Warrant, okay. And they can't go over them further. So, next, have our horsemen take their positions. We got Seth if necessary. Damn. And I couldn't double it? Fuck me, man. Damn, these are some fast fighters. That's actually kind of disturbing. Oh. I see. Dodge. Thank you. What do you got? Lance and Lance. Did I leave the halberd on Ross? I did. Okay. Halberds are anti-cavalry axes. Which means that if I use it against a unit on a horse, it'll do extra damage. Here becomes our issue. Pretty sure Naomi can kill a thing by itself, yeah. Here's gonna be our new concern. Damn, Ford, you are extremely unlucky. I just realized I should probably make a save state for that. Okay. To accept that one. Ford isn't needed anymore. Now we're going to protect Ford. Protect Garcia. We're gonna do a save state here. If that thing can kill, if that Cavalier kills anybody, I'll reload the save and then we'll put. We'll have Seth go forward and take them out. These specialty weapons are convenient when you can use them. Okay, so now we're going to run to the other problem, which is the halberd is also a very, very heavy weapon. This is a choice. Ooh, more mounted units. All ready to feed, my boy. So past this archer, we're gonna have soldiers and then a whole bunch of horses. So Cow can already double him. Horde can double him, but in a way that they'll survive. Also, I think I had Ford took the wrong spot. No. Yeah, Ford took the wrong spot. That's fine. Let's get his dad next to him so they can do support bonuses. Support bonuses. Actually, you have move 7. Move 6. So technically, Vanessa can move Calm up farther. It's fine. This should be the last use of the sleep staff. Oh, it actually hit. Put him to sleep for 4 turns. I can't move him. He can't fight. Can't do anything. How do you undo the sleep spell? You have 2 options. Either you have a cleric with the restore staff, which I do not, or you wait out the 4 turns. That is it. There is no other way to make it end any sooner. Shit. Sword. That one's got a spear, so that one wouldn't be so bad. Sword. And spear. I like Pokemon where sleep can be infinite. Actually, sleep isn't infinite in Pokemon. It is only ever, I think, 3 to 5 turns. I think. Actually, no, it can be even 1. It can be even 1 turn. It's like 1 to 5 turns. But it's random. It'll roll randomly. And if the 4 turns, if it doesn't succeed on the 4 turns, it'll succeed on the 5th one. But the counter resets if you leave a battle while Pokemon is still asleep. So it's not infinite, but it sure does feel like it if that happens. I'm gonna put Ford here. Put Ross with his hand axe up here. Because then, if they try to use a ranged hit, they have to be using the Javelin, and Ross can fight back against the Javelin. Oh, fuck, I forgot about that. I forgot about the heavy spear. Well, that somehow fucking worked. Not betting on that happening twice. Perfect. Next hit chance. Killed the dude. And got a spear out of it. Well, a heavy spear. Oh, I forgot to buy you an Iron Lance, didn't I? That's annoying. Hang around with that for a minute. We'll at least do some damage. Oh. I saw that guy show up. No, I'm not letting that happen. Damn it! And a crit. I see Garcia was mad for me. Okay. Javelin. He's currently got a javelin equipped, but you've got a sword equipped. That is not helpful. At that point... Yeah, no, I'm in way too much of a risk. Because even if I kill that one... What are the chances of a javelin hitting me? 42. God, have you ever just felt the sneeze start coming and then it doesn't happen? God, it's the fucking worst. Well, we got his skill up at least. A fighter with skill is a rarity and a treasure. And I'm not too concerned about the javelins because javelins are extremely heavy. So it's very unusual to double with javelins unless you have a very, very wide speed gap. And Kyle still asleep for 2 more turns. Hey, we landed it! Wasn't expecting him to do that, actually, but it works. And he's going for that. That's my concern, but we're all good. Jesus, you're just not gonna stop, are you? Luck's on my side? Oh, but how long? This is hard mode Fire Emblem. If luck started on your side, it's probably not staying there. Not I meant to target, but a necessary target. Let's see here. Okay, so Ford can deal with that. Okay. Not getting speed is a bizarre thing to witness. So with this kill, we should get the key to open the door. Send the steel sword to the supply. Okay, there is one more person here. Oh, it's a horse slayer! Oh, fuck. That's not a great position to be in. Kyle... He'll wake up next turn. Yep, I was worried about that. Okay, so now that I know there's a horse slayer there... That's actually a much better level. I know a horse slayer is there. We got a friend who played the Front Mission 3 remaster. Okay. I've never actually played the Front Mission games. My brother did, and he said that he liked the first one, but not so much like the sequels. I guess as the series went on, he didn't like the entries as much. Yeah, I've never played them, so I have no idea. Okay, so he can only hit up to that far. Okay, so I'm not in as much danger as I expected, but I was in a little bit of danger. Especially if I like tactical games. I do like strategy games, but it kind of depends on the format. So, like, the Final Fantasy Tactics series, I actually don't like. I don't like that kind of gameplay. It's a little bit too much going on for me. And I do remember I tried playing Tactics Advance, and I thought the story in that game was really bad. I thought the main character, Mars, was incredibly annoying and kind of a dick. For no good reason. like I said, it depends. Let's see. Yeah, we can go there. We can go there. Now comes our next issue. This hallway fucking sucks, because you've got 1, 2, 3 archers, and 2 mages. All safe behind walls. Okay, no more enemies on this side. I'm gonna take up some defensive positions. You guys have javelins? Oh, both of them do. Okay. That makes things unfortunate. Put forward there. Should block off. Yeah, that blocks off that corner. Well, that's downright unfortunate. And we're gonna need to watch Amy. Or Amelia. Okay, so she cannot attack us. She can't even get within range of us yet, so that's a good thing. So as long as nobody moves, she'll be fine. Or at least nobody on the left column moves. Starting to catch up to his dad in the speed category. And she would not be able to attack if I put a horse over here. So I'm going to put Kyle. Actually, wait, do you guys have Lance Reavers? No. You also are safe? Okay. I'm going to put Kyle up here. And that should be close enough that Ephraim can speak to her next turn. Damn, she really did not want to make this easy for me, did she? decent dodge. Sending more units down. Damn! Can I not? Did she really make it so that I can't talk to her? Level increased. Okay, no. Okay. You're not a soldier, but you're just a child. I am not a child. I'm a soldier of Grotto, and I will defeat every soldier of Frelia I meet. Is that so? Guess I'm ready then. Is that the stance you're going to use? You'll drop your lance staff. I'm Prince Ephraim of Renee. Why don't you surrender and come with me? What are you going to do to me? Calm down. As long as you don't try to stab me, I won't do a thing to harm you. You lie. You're a liar. Everyone knows about Prince Ephraim of Renee. He's a beast who attacks any woman he sees. Right, this has gone far enough. I'm not going to hurt you. If you're scared, throw down your weapon and run away. But if you're willing to listen, I'd like to ask for your help. You must realize this whole war is madness, right? Something's wrong in Grotto. And we now have recruited her through some sort of means, I'm sure. Okay, so... now we have the part that sucks, which is... I'm pretty sure... okay, now we have to micromanage Amelia for a minute. This is gonna suck. Since Amelia is a level 1 recruit, she can't really defend herself, let alone anyone else. So you're kinda... damn. Yeah, and everybody's just gonna one-shot that. Everybody's just gonna one-shot the soldier here. Like defensive balance kinda sucks on a magic user to see those go up. So theoretically, I don't like those odds, but that's why I made the suspend point. Let's see if the RNG would be kind to her. Nope, it was not. Okay, so we'll have to babysit her a little bit more. I don't even like that number. Okay. So Amelia might need to head to the Tower of Valmy, but even then we're still going to have to babysit her throughout the entire first floor. Yeah, they shouldn't be able to attack that corner. They can't hit here. But but now we got a new problem. They're sending in reinforcements. Oh, right, there's a healer there, so... How unfortunate. Dangerous part with all these archers? Yeah. Pretty much every chapter of Ephraim's route that I've seen has some sort of mechanic to it that just screams, fuck you. This hallway is the first one, and it's the easiest one. While these are annoying, you can take out these archers relatively easily. The most annoying thing is just, you know, the archers and mages themselves. Hard mode has caused these reinforcements to show up and be aggressive. On normal mode, you wouldn't have these, I don't think. I don't remember having to deal with these when I played through the game on normal mode. Not any good. We have a chest key. We got comb for the chest, so we'll keep the key. Damn it. We'll have Naomi help clear some stuff out. Get rid of the more problematic ones. If possible. Right. He's still alive, so there's that. Okay, are any of these horsemen using swords? No. Damn. Oh. There we go. Let's hear that. His res is 8, your attack is 12, so he'll be fine. Mulder should be okay. And a crit, Jesus. What is a kitty? What is it, Jack? Still have Namie hold back. And a crit from Garcia. My goodness. Ouchie ouch on that hit chance. 13% hit chance, man, I feel bad. Now, Luna is supposed to be the Killing Edge equivalent of dark magic spells. On enemies, it kind of just sucks. I think I've only ever seen one or two that ever have it and use it effectively. Okay, we're past the halfway mark. We've made it inside. We're gonna be okay. things down.
There you go.
If I remember right, I think that knight up there has an axe reaver. Which means that even though it's a lance, it'll actually flip the weapon triangle around, so it's going to have advantage against my axe users. Instead of the other way around. Ultimately... the best option would probably just be to throw Ephraim at it, since he's got lances, and he can move up there fast enough. You're an Iron Blade, okay. Alright. I still have those reinforcements. Where are they coming from? Oh, down here. He missed. Yeah, well, he had an 11% chance to hit. Would have been weirder if he landed it. Okay. Oh, they're all up here. Okay, so that chest is free money. You have a killing edge, so that's going to make you slightly dangerous. We'll send back the Steel Lance for now. That's concerning. We'll see what happens with that killing edge up there, because that's another one of my concerns. Also, what do you got? A sword. Okay, so don't need to worry about you particularly that much. Lance, Lance, Lance. Perfect. I don't want you that close. I'm gonna put Naomi here. Anything that tries to shoot her is its own fault. Amelia, you can go here. Seth. This can put you here. And this, I guess, can go down here. Oh. Man, I didn't even have to be worried. I think it would have been... Even if he crit, I still would have been fine. I didn't have to worry that much at all. Okay. A little annoying. And he still missed. Damn. Oh look, the only one that would have had a decent chance of success. And I still missed. Okay. Send Come over this way since that chest is guarded by the enemies. Takes care of that. And no heals for you. Okay, this should be fine. Russ is putting that work in with that halberd. Okay, good. Antenna? What are you doing here? Came here in hopes of helping you in some way. While I was looking for you, I got captured by Grotto troops. That's so. I'm glad to see you're unharmed. Tana, you should head back to Castle Frelia immediately. King Hayden must be worried about you. No, I came all this way so I could help you. And yet here I am, helping you. Oh, well, yes, that may be true, but I've been so worried about you. I see. Please don't look at me with those teary eyes. We're really determined to help, and you're welcome to come with us. You must promise me not to try anything reckless. Ephraim, thank you. I knew that you would understand how I feel. Send a call map to the next box. Damn, Kyle. Well, that's not good. Have to heal up Garcia. Oh, thank God. I was actually worried. No, please, no. Please don't kill him. He's just an old man. Okay, we have a new problem. Seth, come down here to group one of these guys out. And yeah, you still get barely any XP from anything. Damn it. I was hoping that would get him. Remember the original no save state, you have to be careful for each movement. Oh yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm very much aware of that. I started off playing these games without save states, and for a long time, even when I was emulating them, I still didn't use save states because of that. The only reason I'm using save states now is because this is the game's harder difficulty. And on these difficulties, the game tends to be a bit unfair, even by conventional Fire Emblem standards. That's heartbreaking to lose one character. Yeah, it is. That's why we're going through trying to save everybody. What kitty? What? What? My goodness. What? Wow. I'm still impressed with the mileage Ross got out of that halberd. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, a knight getting speed is weird. A knight getting resistance is even weirder. So what we'll do... Oh, you have the Axe Reaver. Okay, so that means we gotta send you to face forward. Yeah, we'll do the Iron Sword. Meanwhile... have Mulder set up our main hitters. What? What? What's your mouth? Do you not know either? Nah, I bet you don't know either. Is Jack angry? I don't think he knows what he is. Sometimes cats just make noise. Because he had plenty of food. He had his water refilled. I did his litter box. Yeah, right now he's just rubbing up on stuff, so I don't think he knows what he is either. Kind of surprised Vanessa and Tana don't have anything to say to each other, considering they're both from Frelia. Ford will do fine over there. That archer is a bigger concern than the knight is. One thing left for Colm to steal. Okay, I think we're basically about there. That's unfortunate. So... have Gilliam take out this knight. What sucks for me is, so Amelia can definitely not kill that archer. And even if she could, this thing's just gonna kill her. So... just send Ephraim in first. Get a point here to see whether or not we'll need to send somebody in ahead of him. Easy peasy. Just one guy left, and they've got axes. Iron Axe and Killer Axe, which means sword users ahead. Oh, we can only go one at a time. Damn! That's some high defense. What? Defense of 14. Plus 3, 17 defense. What is... Only 15. Oh my god, okay. What's your might? 7. What's your might? 5. So Kyle can do a little bit of damage to it at a time. Oh my god, that thing's got a lot of defense on it. That's absurd amount of defense. Can you use archers and a sword guy? Yeah, you can. But the problem is you're limited in space. So you got 1 melee unit, you can have up to 3 ranged units. Well, 3 conventional ranged units. If you got a long weapon, that, of course, increases your space. But, yeah, you're limited on your range, and that's my biggest concern. Now, traditionally, they don't leave their thrones ever. So I'm gonna do this. And... oh, damn. And of course, Amelia doesn't have the strength to even scratch it in the first place. Hey, Garcia landed a hit. Oh, damn. Mamie can't even kill this guy quickly. Oh, right. Forgot this is... That's fine. I forgot to have Colm steal that chest. Oh, my goodness. Oh, the irony. I got off a crit, well, they did not. Ocean Seal. Perfect. For use by thieves and pirates. I don't know. I don't remember if we get any pirates beyond Ross. Because Ross can be a pirate, but I didn't make him one. So we might as well just use this on home the next chance we get. And yeah, we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that when it happens. But in this case, we still gotta deal with this nonsense here. So I think you only get one Ocean Seal in this game. Which isn't particularly unusual. I know in FE7 you also, I think, only got one Ocean Seal, but in that game there was only one pirate at all. So you didn't really lose anything on that front. Slowly but surely, they're making it. So thieves can become two classes, either the assassin or the rogue. Assassins are simple. They are generally okay, base attack strength, but their crit chances are generally really high, and they even come with the skill Silencer, which is an instant kill against anything that's weak to it. Anything that is not immune to the Silencer skill can just be straight up instant killed by them on a rare chance. It's handy, but if you want them to still perform their functions as thieves, such as opening doors or using treasure chests, I don't even know if they can anymore, or at the very least, they would need to use a lockpick if that's even a thing they can still do. Rogues, on the other hand, are basically thieves, just slightly better, because they are thieves that don't need any lockpicks. They can open any door and chest by themselves. They don't need a pick, they don't need a key, they just walk up and it's open. They're a little bit more defensive than thieves are. I think their attack strength is about the same, but they do have a little bit more survivability on their own. And at the very least, it is a unique class. I don't believe this class has ever come back, so I'm gonna make Calm this class. And also, I do think that for the purpose of having a thief be a thief, a rogue is probably your best bet. And there he is. Look at those caps. There goes way up. Calm will probably be okay. Yeah, as far as the axe needs to hit and not miss. I mean, you're not wrong. It would be very nice if the hand axes would land, but also don't forget those hand axes have limited durability. I think, yeah, Ross is down to 2 hits on his hand axe, and Garcia is down to 9. So they're not going to be able to kill Geb, even if both of them land every single throw. Which is kind of why I'm having Naomi also aid in chipping this thing's health down. Because the throne also restores health too, don't forget that. So it restores 4 health, and if Kyle hits both of his attacks, it's only 4, which means it just goes right back to where it was. Technically it's a war of attrition, and Kyle theoretically could just do this forever. Ford can't do any damage with his stats where they are, so technically he also could do it forever, but he wouldn't even get any experience worthwhile. He would only do 1 XP at a time because he's not even dealing damage. Which is, you know, not a great situation. Also, yeah, Kyle is also running out of sword uses. Garcia got a level. Should I go on the offense with Kyle this time? Oh dear. Not what I wanted. Ah shit, I could have healed somebody for free XP. Kyle's still landing his hits. Damn, I was hoping that would be the time for us to hit. Damn. Okay, Nami would just straight up kill him. I'll have Nami back off. Mulder can heal Kyle. Yeah, heal Staff Rogue. Woohoo. Oh, and we got our own crit, so that knocks him down a little more. This is gonna be it. Now he's gonna go down. Damn, I was hoping that would be the one. I was hoping that was gonna be the hit that Ross finally lands. Okay. And everyone their last shots. Pretty good level by Kyle there. And now, we seize. Except from the rest of the enemy troops have been routed. Bring me one of the prisoners. I have a question I need answered. I'm going to ask you a question. If you don't wish to answer, remain silent. If you wish this conflict to end quickly, however, you will cooperate. What do you want? Why has Grotto invaded Renee? I can't say. This war began on the Emperor's orders. Soldiers like me haven't the foggiest idea what he's after. Tell me this, where is General Dusa? In the capital. General's been opposed to this war from the start. He's been pleading with the Emperor for days now, but the Emperor ignores him. They say some are questioning the General's loyalty. He's putting his standing and his life in danger by being so vocal. Where is Erica? So, what happened was, after Chapter 8, Erica and Ephraim reunite. They get told about the Sacred Stones and that their job is to go and secure them because Grotto wants to summon an evil god, basically. So while Erica is taking her own journey around the northern coast, Ephraim is going straight into the heart of the enemy. And you choose which one you want to follow. Erica's journey is easier, Ephraim's is harder, and that's pretty much it. Basically, if you wanted to keep playing at the difficulty you were at for the first 8 chapters, you follow Erica. The difficulty stays the same. If you want to be a step up, or you think you can handle the game at a bit higher difficulty, you take Ephraim, because for his journey onward, it's basically like you just jumped the difficulty up by 1 setting. That's it. It appears General Dusa remains the same true man I knew before. What about Prince Leon? Where's he been through all of this? Why didn't he do anything to temper his father's aggression? According to rumors, Emperor Vigard was convinced to start this war by none other than the prince himself. What did you say? That's ridiculous. I know Prince Leon well. No one hates fighting more than he does. He would never do anything to trigger all this bloodshed. Prince Ephraim, please calm down. I'm sorry. We leave the prisoners in the fort to the Frelian troops. Seth, I intend for us to press on toward the capital. At some point, I expect we'll find either Dusa or Leon. I'm sure we can convince them to join us in stopping Emperor Vigard. Understood, but I have misgivings, my friends. General Dusa and Prince Leon are both men of Grotto. If we are forced into conflict with them, it won't happen. Dusa was my teacher, and I know he's a man of character. And I've known Leon since we were children. He, Erica, and I are old friends. I understand your concerns. If worst comes to worst and steel is drawn, I will not hesitate. I'll fight and kill anyone who thinks to oppose me. Are you satisfied, Seth? Yes, I apologize for my rudeness. Your father is gone, and that means you are king of Renee. There is no other. I just ask that you not throw yourself into needless danger. I hear you. The decisions I make affect more than my own life. Once this war is finished, I will rebuild Renee with Eric. That is my mission. Mir, what is it? You must return to Frelia. I cannot take you any farther on this journey. What? No, I want to stay with you. No, Mir. Continuing on to the Grotto capital. It's going to be very dangerous. I can't protect you, not as well as I'd like to anyway. Everything comes from that direction. I can feel my lost Dragonstone, and that's not all. The dark energy still flows unchecked. I cannot go home while it stains the air. Please, Ephraim. Very well. I cannot refuse you anything. Your eyes remind me too much of Erica. Rest not stray from my side, do you understand? Yes, I will not stray. Selena, your orders. I am ready, Your Majesty. In your service, I am prepared to do. Dusel has left for Bethrone. Take a battalion and follow him. Understood. When I arrive, I will place my troops at his disposal. No, you will not. You will strike Dusel down. Dusel is a traitor. He has abandoned his country and sided with Renee. The punishment for treason is death. But General Dusel, a traitor? This is not possible. There must be a mistake. No, I do not mean that you are mistaken, Your Majesty, but... Selena, you have your orders. You will execute Dusel. Your Majesty, will you allow me to ask you a question? When Your Majesty saw fit to make me a general, shared with me some words of wisdom. I remember the moment quite clearly. You told me the role of an Imperial General is that of the shield, not the blade. You're here to protect our citizens, you said, not to threaten our neighbors. I have never forgotten your words, Your Majesty. I have held them to my breast. They govern my every action as general. Your Majesty, that sentiment is still alive, and go. I humbly acknowledge your orders, Your Majesty. I'm the Empire's servant. I'm Your Majesty's best. I'm General Selena, the floor spar of the Grotto Emperor. Sleepy kitty. Well, another skirmish spawned. What's the matter, kitty? Come here. You're sleepy. You're sleepy. So manage our items really quick. I guess we can just Tana will need to build up. Forgot Amelia had a speed ring. See about this skirmish. Maybe this one will go a little better. 'Cause I think that's the tutorial area, isn't it? Oh, this is this one. This is the Fog of War map. Oh, that's... that's gonna be a little rough to go through, isn't it? Okay, so we do want Amelia here. And Tana. I do want Colm here, if only for visibility. Yeah, everybody else should be fine. We'll have Ford give Kyle an Iron Sword to replace that one. And yep, there's Colm's visibility at work. see Colm has plenty of movement. A fairly decent attack stat, and at least in this circumstance, it's damn near perfect for training. I didn't want you to crit, Colm, goddammit! So, in the meantime, we're gonna need Amelia back here. They don't give a lot of XP. It's only because, so here's the thing. XP is calculated based on enemy level and the level of the attacker. So base classes, our levels are 1 to 20. Promoted classes are their level plus 20. Regardless of when they were promoted, it'll always be plus 20. So Colm may be a level 1 rogue, but he is technically a level 21 character. Whereas that enemy was probably level 7. Like, just 7. So with Colm being 14 levels higher, he wouldn't stand to reason to give him a whole lot of XP for that kill. I didn't even want him to kill that thing. I wanted him to weaken it so Tana could kill it. But unfortunately, this kind of just happens. Especially since we need to train particularly decent number of people, actually. We're just gonna have to deal with the fact there's gonna be a lot of accidental kills. Oh, kitty. Okay, I can see Tana can double the zombies already. Oh, perfect. Amelia killed a zombie. So yeah, they're level 6. So yeah, they're pretty weak in this map, honestly, which is what makes them good for training dummies. Yeah, so if you want to train things effectively, you kind of have to play around with the levels of everything. Because generally speaking, how it works is, if the enemy you kill is an appropriate level, you'll get 30 XP. If you killed them when you were substantially weaker, or if they're a boss usually, you'll get more than 30. If you were stronger than them, you'll get less than 30, and if you're way stronger, like severely overpowered, you'll get less than 10. Like that. I only got 7. Because Kyle is just so much stronger than those zombies. How much damage can Amelia do? 7, but she'll get doubled. It's 10, 9. That's a sword, that's right. Okay, so Tana can actually do a decent job. We sent her down here. So she can sufficiently weak this Revenant. Yeah, we can heal the damage with Molder. I think she's in range for that. No one's in her immediate presence. Amelia gets her kill. Damn, Amelia. I'm trying to swing for you as a trainee, but that wasn't exactly a good start. So that would have definitely been a problem. So I think... Yeah, so this is a higher level monster. This is a higher tier monster. They're definitely going to be giving out more XP than the last one that I killed. Oh, and there's a bow there! Oh, that's fucking scary! Okay, I'm gonna have to try and bait that out. Oh, and the spiders are here. Oh no. Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. What? Not that. So I think everybody themselves are fine. Let's put Amelia here. It looks like these guys are going to be our biggest problems. Also, it still feels so weird that this is a battle track in this game because it sounds more like something out of Zelda. Like, especially that weird little drone in the middle that sounds more like a Majora's Mask track than a Fire Emblem track. I know it's probably just a soundbite of the same instrument, but it's just so bizarre. I don't know what he wants. I don't think he does either. I think he just wants attention, like normal. Oh! Okay. Now we got centaurs as well. Fuck me. buddy. Sit you down. Okay. Oh, a sword reaver. That's fucking scary. Anyway, so those two up there are actually the better options for who can fight that thing. Okay, so we'll... have a sword. We've got bows. Oh dear. Okay, that's funny. Those centaurs are supposed to be fairly advanced enemies. Alright, HP and strength, I mean, I guess. Tana can one-shot that. It's an axe reaver. We got no sword users here. Let's start with... start by getting people where they need to go. Okay, you gotta go L, no problem. Thanks for showing up. Enemies, I don't know. Oh dear. Oof. Oh dear. There we go. Now we're getting to stronger monsters. Oh no. Oh, thank God. Oh, and he doubles? That's perfect. Okay. We found our new... Oh, that... Well, I say new. Our probably old problem. Oh dear. Okay. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's really not good. Moving on from bad to worse really quickly. God, Amelia! You're killing me, Smalls. Kill the spider. Break the sword, just get rid of it. Getting some decent XP.
Ah. Didn't know that was a thing. Where are the rest of the enemies? Oh, there's one of them. It's way up there. Damn, got another crit. I'm surprised Gilliam's getting so many. Oh, there's one. Look. Cal's got it. Okay, that should be the last enemy then. Alright. Alright, that's that skirmish done. And with that being said, I appreciate you guys being here. This Saturday I've got things going on. I think my Sunday is still open, so I should be able to keep going with that. But otherwise, even if I don't see you, I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, and I hope to see you guys next time.